Hey everyone, hope you're well. So today's training, how to create a converting Facebook ad. So I wanted to talk about something this week where I'm going to actually show you, I'm going to draw it out on my iPad and stuff to give you a framework. Now, this is a framework that I used to use quite a lot. We've adapted a lot more on this in the tap system itself, but I wanted to give you something that you can start with right now. So Facebook ads are very, very effective. If you're not using them in your business, then you should be. They are a great way. Hey Barry, they're a great way for you to actually get paying members. And there's a big misconception that Facebook ads are expensive. It's not. It's the most cheapest form of advertising out there, and it's the most effective because the way you need to approach this, literally with when you're trying to craft your ads and stuff, is you need to know a lot about your customer base first. So one of the first things that we get everyone to do when they join the tap system is to do customer research. This helps massively with writing your ads. Now, what I'm going to give you a framework today is how to write the ads. Say if you haven't, I mean, you'll know some stuff about your customer, but to get the best results, I would highly advise you to actually do that research. But the thing is, when you have a converting ad, you will not run out of leads. You will get people messaging your page. Now, one of the things that I found that a lot of people are not sure or how it impacts is that when you run a Facebook ad, okay, if you don't even get any leads, the actual impact of an ad is huge because what will happen is that increases your website inquiries, increases your brand awareness. People will start messaging your page. So there's loads of different aspects that it actually hits on. So, but actually having a converting ad is important to have. So what kind of stuffs do you actually put in the ad itself? Let's get straight in there. I mean, fair few have joined live. So firstly, welcome. If you're on here live, just put hashtag live. If you're watching this as a replay, put hashtag replay, just so that I know you've watched it. And if you give me some interaction, it'd be great because it'll boost the algorithm and more people will get to see this video. So I thought this week would be great to actually give you more of a training kind of way. Talking is good, theoretically is good, but if it can actually give you a framework that you can work with straight away, then it's actually going to help you. So this is why I do these lives anyway. So now let's see if I can share my screen and hopefully you'll get to see it. But while I'm sorting this out, let me know in the chat, are you using Facebook ads? If you are you getting any results? Let me know. It'd be great to know what kind of form of advertising are you using. The reason why I've just gone headed, I just use Facebook mainly is because firstly, it's the cheapest source of traffic. Secondly, it's definitely a lot cheaper than Google ads. But the thing is, when you understand the kind of concept, actually, this is a good one to actually talk about. Let me get this up because when you get this concept, you'll understand why Google ads are great as well and why Facebook ads are great as well. But they're two different kinds of customer. One sec, let me do this. Might get a bit of an inception mode in a second. So hopefully you can see this. Quickly have a look, can you? Yeah, you can. So now what it is with I've talked about this quite a lot, understanding the buyer's journey, where a customer is, it's really important to know, as well as the kind of adverts you do. Well, it's really important to know that. So say, for example, we draw this line, and I've drawn this many times, but it's always good to recap this. But this is where someone is most aware, in the sense that they know everything about martial arts, they know about this fitness, depends what business you're doing. They've already done the research. They know that you're the one to go to, or they just need to see more things to push them over the edge to take action. Now here is where someone is not aware. They don't know anything really. They just know they might have a bit of a problem, but they're not too concerned. Most of the times in the middle is that they kind of like a little bit aware of stuff. They know that they have a problem. Now, what I'm trying to show, why I'm showing you this is what a Facebook ad does is that we are more or less targeting here. So this is where someone is scrolling through Facebook, and this is why our ads are a bit different to most other people. We give them a lot of education in the ads, um, but this bit here is where Google ads are. Now, why is this? Now with Google Ads, and I'll get to in a minute how to craft the ad itself, but it's very important to know this first. I just thought it'd be good to actually talk about this. But when you think about Google traffic, it's search traffic. It's actually someone typing something in, saying martial arts in Peterborough, because that's where I am. Now, this person, like if someone's typing that, they already know that they want it, so they're at the most aware stage. So a Facebook ad is someone in the buyer's journey who's a bit behind. They don't, this is where they're scrolling through. They're not actually looking on Facebook to, go and look actually actively looking for martial arts. You see, so this is why you need to know where where the customer is. So this makes a big impact. Now let me get straight into this framework. So some of you, I mean, in the actual tap system, we have a different framework, which is similar to this, but it's just a bit more advanced version. But the one that I first came across, which I know will help you, is something called ADA. So if you've heard of this before, let me know in the chat if you've heard of this, yes or no. Now ADA is been used for quite a long time. The one we use in the tap system is actually called Epic, the Epic formula. So, but with ADA, what it is this: A stands for attention. There's interest, desire. Oh, and the last one is action. Now, when you write your ad, you want to follow this format. This is a principle that's been used in copywriting for a long time, and works. Basically, what you're trying to do is attention is trying to like a headline is how you grab someone's attention. Interest is something that you need to get them interested. Normally, we talk about pain points here. Pain points is a way to get someone's interest. Desire is where you can add, a way is what is something that they desire. You're adding that kind of stuff in the ad makes a big difference. And action is literally CTA, which is call to action. Basically, it's like, what do they need to do next? A desire can also be like testimonials, or what is working. I mean, we like in the tap system, we there is the Epic formula is a bit more detailed, but the format is very similar. But this is the kind of direction you need to be writing your ads. If you generally, what I find with most people is that they will start off with a offer right at the top of the ad. So if I draw like an ad, and there's the image there, a lot of people just put the offer right at the start. That can work. Now, why I'm saying this other way works better is that because you're kind of getting someone interested through their pain, and this is the kind of stuff you will find from your customer research. So this is why it's really important. Then of course, the desire is literally what you have on offer and stuff like that, where you actually tell them that this is how you can resolve that pain problem. But having a understanding how to write headlines and pain, they're the two main bits that will get someone to actually read your ad. So this is why most of the times when people just have they'll just have a couple of bullet points, then they'll just go straight into the offer. That can work. You'll get some leads, but you will find that these kind of ads, they burn out very quickly. Is that you put them on, you'll get a few leads, next thing they'll just crash out. Now these are great to if you want a little influx of leads. I always suggest, yeah, you can use this kind of offer ad. An offer ad still works, but the reason why is understanding that buyer's journey. Basically what these offer ads are doing, they're actually targeting someone that is slightly in the most aware stage, because it's actually 3% of people that are ready to buy right now. They don't need much in front of them. you are literally putting an offer. If you're just doing an offer ad, this is just going in front of the 3% people. This is where people will take it up. And if you find that that your ad just burns out very quickly, is because you've already showed it to the 3% people. The 97% of people is where you want to be at. It's where you want to target. This is why content marketing is so important, because that content marketing will take people into the 3%. It's when people go through a buying stage. That's what it is. Is like everyone in this group, for example, I know there's a lot of, well, all of you, I know I can 100% help. I mean, the TAP system has had we've helped 200 martial arts schools. We've had a lot of success, loads of testimonials. But the thing is that it's also about timing with people. I've spoken to some people this morning where it's, look, you know, I do a no pressure kind of way of, if it feels right for you to jump in, then jump in. But the thing, there's also, sometimes you just have to acknowledge that it's just not the right time for people. This is the same with you, with parents. It's the same with anything. This is why you have content to keep in front of mind of people so that they don't forget about you. People forget things very easily these days. But having this kind of way where you're doing this, so this is why offer ads, they do work. But I always suggested that if you're going to write an ad, use this framework to start with, and then when you get a bit more advanced, then come in and start using like the epic formula that we do. But this will get you results. Now, just going to go back to here and see what you guys think so far. Does this kind of resonate with you? Does that kind of make sense? Have you seen the AIDA principle before, AIDA formula? Let me know in the chat. Are you using anything like this at all? It'd be great to see. Hey, Peter, nice to see you on. And the other one, I'm not sure who it is. Just says Facebook user. So hopefully you can see, this understanding where a customer is the key to marketing. Really, is because this is where you can have targeted ads, and this is why retargeting, all this kind of stuff makes sense later on once you understand this. Is because you're constantly trying to take someone from a process where they get to see you, then they get to see more stuff of you, then they see your offer and all this kind of stuff. So the people go in this kind of in a stage. It's very unlikely that someone will just go when they see you first, and then they'll just buy off you straight away. That's the 3%. But it's very unlikely that they'll buy off you if they don't know anything about you. So hopefully that kind of makes is. I tend to use that's another one. It's a similar idea. Ada is a simpler one, I find. As long as using some kind of framework, it does work really well. But it's just it's understanding the pain point, which is the biggest thing with ads. It's knowing like what is it that's going to get them to take action. Why is it they even need your service in the first place? I was speaking to someone earlier as well. Was what resonated with them was about marketing to specific age groups is really important. But is this kind of way when you write ads and it talks about their pain point, then it's going to attract them a lot more. General ads, in my opinion, they can work, but they're more or less fall in that 3% mark. So you'll get some leads. It's not. I'm never saying you will never get leads. You will, but the thing is that if you want that consistency, and the way to write a high converting ad, I found that AIDA principle works really well to start with, and then you move into like the epic formula, which takes it a bit level deeper, goes into a lot quite more psychological things and stuff like this. Is the kind of stuff that we go deep into in the tab system. So let me know what you think, guys. Is this how many? Okay, let me ask you a direct question here. How many of you are using Facebook ads? Let me know. It'd be good to know. So now, one of the things with let me share this again. One sec. Here we go. No, not that one. That one. So with this, like if you understand this one bit, which is this top section here, them two are the most important bits because they're the things that's going to get someone to read the next stage. Now, what I mean by this is, um, if you let me get it onto another sheet. If we look at an ad, like a Facebook ad, now the attention and interest is the top section. Most of the time, you'll see that there's like a little see more button. If that bit at the top is not engaging enough for someone, then they're not going to even click that button and read the rest. So if you've got loads of great copy here and it's just like, you know, like really awesome, like top copyrighted stuff, if they don't even click that see more button, this bit just goes to waste. So this is why that top section is like one of the biggest things, one of the best skills to learn is to how to write headlines. So if you can write a very, very good headline, because that's going to grab their attention. Now, you might have heard this phrase before where they say it a lot in marketing and stuff, like website developers and all these people talk about it, is like the above the fold. Now, what is above the fold? If you think about it, it actually comes from newspaper days when people used to fold newspapers. But above the fold used to be, well, it still is actually, we've still got newspapers, but it's the headline. It's the headline that catches attention. That's when people read everything. So, very, very important step. You know this here. Now, the next thing about a high converting ad is the image. The image, to be fair, is probably, in my opinion, the number one factor because that's what's going to get people to stop the scroll. Then is the headline here, and also actually depends what kind of ad you're doing. But if you're doing like boosted ads, then it will be that top bit. But if you're not doing boosted ads and you're using like conversion ads or lead ads or messenger ads, then you've got this bit, which is the headline here. And then this is the third. And then, of course, the fourth is the main body itself here. Now, this is where you need to have a really good offer. So if you've got an offer that's the same as everyone else, you find maybe you might not get as many leads, or you might do, I don't know. But generally, offer is what makes and breaks campaigns. But if you follow this format, like in the sense of, having the image really good, having this headline really good, and this top section, then your ads will crush it every time, because this is the format that everyone's eyes go as well. They will actually see the image first, then they'll see this, and then they'll see the top bit. So this is how you want to approach Facebook ads. This is how they convert very well. This is why I've been able to get crazy results for pretty much all my clients. This is how it works basically. So wanted to like give you a bit more of a framework this week, something that you can actually go out there and test and check it with. End of the day, if you're looking at this and going, swap, that's great, I'm using some of this and not having anything, then my suggestion to you is reach out to me or Barry. Actually, if you're interested to learn more about this in detail and you're like, Swap, I just don't want to wait anymore. Back to school is literally around the corner. I want to just get results now. Then type the word system below. Me or Barry will reach out to you. We'll just have a chat. We'll just do an audit, literally check what you're doing. If we can help you, then we'll talk about what the tap system. But it's literally just a chat, end of the day, for us just to help you. So if you feel like you need more help and you feel like I'm the right person to help you through it, then it'd be awesome to work with you. So type the word strategy below and we'll reach out to you. So it's none of that pressure stuff with us, just want to help. So what do you think, guys? We've got some here, something here. What have we got? Above the fold, a little different now. Most people view a mobile. Yeah, no, I meant in general, but in like above the fold, no, actually it's not, to be fair. It depends. I don't know who said that, so I can't really say by name, but above the fold is still very, very important, even on mobiles. So if you're using funnels, if you're using anything along them lines, you want to make sure your CTA button's above the fold. The fold is literally the bottom of your phone. So you still have a fold on mobiles. But what I mean is with an ad specifically, you are using that kind of principle with it. So that see more button above, that's the fold bit to it. So, but no, it's a good point though. I get what you mean, but it's changed a bit. but I know you said is different now, so I know you're not saying no to it, but it's a good point though. So yeah, that's pretty much really it. I want to, like, with these trainings, I don't want to bore you guys to hopefully I don't. So it's more like giving you these nuggets, giving you these trainings, something that you can consume quickly, because look, end of the day, we haven't got all day to spend on Facebook and watching all these videos. So for me, it's just to give you good insights, what's working, what's not working. Yes, Hotjar is a very good app. I use that a lot. It's something that I recommend all my clients to use. That is something, it depends where you're at, in what stage of a marketing, like in what stage of how advanced you are in marketing. That's basically what I'm saying. But yes, if you've got a website, definitely have Hotjar on there. What Hotjar does, it shows you where on a page it shows you like temperature and stuff, but it shows you where on a page people are going off and things. Now, one of the big things that we don't utilize that much in the tap system. The reason why is because we don't go crazy into funnels. We just utilize Facebook's internal features. They work really well, and you don't really need all these extra tools and stuff. But yes, when you have a website, which most people do, you should have something like this, because it will give you data. And when you connect it to Google Analytics, you connect it to a Google Console and all that kind of stuff, you'll get some very, very good data that you can use and increase your conversions. So unfortunately I can't see your name, or I'll call you out. So I will call your name out. But yeah, great points there. Great. Yeah. If you have a website, definitely get that tool. I think you get a free version of it as well. So there's also a Crazy Egg one, which is Neil Patel's one, which is really good as well. So with the topic today, how to write a Facebook ad that converts, hopefully that gives you some insight, and basically use the AIDA principle. There's loads of information on there. If you go on YouTube and write AIDA, you'll find loads of videos about it. It's a good one to actually research and look into. A lot of high converting blogs are written with the AIDA principle as well, so works really well. So hopefully that's a good training for you. I'll catch you all guys next week. But before I go, if you want some more help and you want to join the TAP system, or you just want to chat with us, type system below, and me or Barry will reach out to you. So till then, have a great weekend, everyone. I'm going to jump onto my coaching call now with the TAP system group. So I hope you all have a brilliant weekend, and I'll catch you next week. And I've got another training for you, which I'm sure you'll enjoy. So till then, guys, have a great one. I will see you all soon. If you've got any questions, literally, I'll actually give it a few seconds. Anyone got any questions directly, feel free, put it below. Put it below, and I'll answer it for you. Because in the day, I want these trainings to be also like a Q&A. So if you have anything, if you're stuck with anything, let me know in the chat. I'll give you a few minutes. If you have anything, I'm happy to answer any questions for you. While if you're writing anything, I'll just quickly go over. So AIDA stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. One big thing that a lot of people forget about is the action bit at the end. You should always tell people what action you want them to do. This goes really, it's very important with all your content. If you're doing videos on your pages and stuff, make sure you always have a call to action on there. It helps people massively. Cool, guys. Well, I can't see anything pop on. I see a few people jumping off. So I take it you're shooting off to your work. So have a great week and weekend, and I'll catch you all next week.